Real estate sales and purchases are the most important transactions of your life, making it essential you hire the right real estate agent. I'm Greg Fanning with the Property Pros team at eXp Realty. Over the last 4 years, I have amassed a network of industry leaders to help before, during, and after your deal closes, resulting in a 5-star rating, leaving you with happy memories. Whether it's residential or commercial, relocation or investments, I'm the only realtor you'll ever need.
Hailing from Herkimer, New York, comes the next chapter in the throughway rivalry between Syracuse FC and United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. As the spring UPSL season continues to take form and push onward, these two organizations will do battle once again for bragging rights and positioning within the standings. So sit back, relax, and get ready for UPSL men's action from Wareham Stadium coming up next on the United Elite Krajisnik Football Club YouTube Broadcasting Network. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. I am your host, Greg Fanning, for United Elite Krajisnik Football Club YouTube Broadcasting Network. The United Elite Krajisnik Football Club men's UPSL team comes in tonight tied for second place in the Western New York East Division with the New York Shockers, both showcasing a 4-win, 1-loss, and 1-draw record after 6 games played. And currently sitting in first place with 7 games played are the Amlima FC team, showcasing a 5-win, 1-loss, and 1-draw record. So Krajisnik comes in tied second place with New York Shockers, who came in head-to-head and beat Krajisnik Football Club here at their home opener at Wareham Stadium. So Krajisnik needs to keep pace and run the gambit pretty much, continue to be the leaders in the division, which leads us to our pitch points for this evening, where Krajisnik really needs to try and continue to control the division. 6 games played. Lima had 1 additional game played, so they're sitting at 7 right now. So with this 7th game about to take shape and take form here at Wareham Stadium in Herkimer, New York, on the campus of Herkimer County Community College, it is imperative that Krajisnik comes home with a win. Middle dominance. This has been a challenge for Krajisnik so far this year for the men's division. They need to control the middle of the field and be ready to rock and roll, be able to control everything moving through the middle of the field so that way they can continue to counterattack, play wide, and achieve scoring opportunities. And then also contain Syracuse FC. Syracuse FC, young group playing tonight because a lot of these players played in Erie, PA last night, got back to their houses and everything early in the morning. Everybody's kind of tired, so this young group, Krajisnik needs to come out, address the situation, take a look at what they're playing against tonight, assess very quickly, and be able to plan and achieve countermeasures against who they are playing against and what system is being run by Jaro, the head coach for Syracuse FC, longtime head coach for Syracuse FC. So great matchup. These two teams always play well against each other, and there's always some sort of fireworks. So we're going to continue with our pregame festivities here at Wareham Stadium, and shortly we'll have walkouts and we'll have roster announcements and things, and then we will be back and ready for action for the kickoff of Syracuse FC against United Elite Krajisnik Football Club.
Real estate sales and purchases are the most important transactions of your life. Making it essential you hire the right real estate agent. I'm Greg Fanning with the Property Pros team at eXp Realty. Over the last 4 years, I have amassed a network of industry leaders to help before, during, and after your deal closes, resulting in a 5-star rating, leaving you with happy memories. Whether it's residential or commercial, relocation or investments, I'm the only realtor you'll ever need. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Wareham Stadium, home of the Herkimer Generals, where we are proud to present the match between visiting Syracuse FC and your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. For your starting lineups this evening, first Syracuse FC, led by head coach Yarrow. Number 47, Alan Katic. Number 18, Aiden Day. Number 81, Nathaniel Zitzik. Number 11, Tajay Ellis. Number 30, Syrixi Lidzi. Number 29, Marcos Otis. Number 2, Landry Rose. Number 77, Mikhail Sokolov. Number 7, Landon Tarantino. Number 9, Corey Zanamo. And Syracuse FC goalkeeper number 1, Jordan Ott. Now make some noise for your United Elite Krajisnik Football Club, led by head coach Tariq. Number 7, Gavin Barth. Number 5, Adeline Buljabasic. Number 8, Dragan Spekkovic. Number 12, Kyle Gunrick. Number 14, Zach Gleesman. Number 13, DePaz Leonardo. Number 9, Jorge Lozada. Number 11, Dennis Mostriansky. Number 15, Bakir Omarsevic. Number 4, Ricky Orozco. Number 19, Danielson Solis Munoz. Number 17, Victor Stashek. Number 6, Riley Uri. And your Krajisnik Football Club goalkeeper, number 1, Andrew Taylor. Please all rise and remove your caps as we present our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we ride.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. This is Greg Fanning with the United League Krajisnik Football Club YouTube Broadcasting Network. Happy to be with you this evening on a beautiful weekend. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that. Let me tell you something. There has been so much rain coming down throughout the entire market, a lot of flood warnings, a lot of stuff going on with Mother Nature. And we have those pesky forest fires up in Canada sending down that smoky air. But let me tell you something. It's not raining. It was sunny all day long. It was sunny all weekend. And we are ready for some United Elite Krajisnik Football Club UPSL men's action here at Wareham Stadium in Herkimer, New York. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to rock and roll. And as the teams take the field, we are going to have our kickoff here. Syracuse FC coming into town. United Elite Krajisnik Football Club at home. Their home field over here at Wareham Stadium on Herkimer, in Herkimer, New York at HCCC. We got a really nice crowd here tonight. A lot of people came in from Syracuse. Good group for Krajisnik Football Club, supporting them as we have kickoff. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful Sunday evening in Herkimer, New York. So, Krajisnik has a little work to do. They are currently tied for second place with the New York Shockers. So they need to continue to win games here because they are sitting, both of those teams sitting there with 6 games played and matching records. So Krajisnik moving the ball around, playing high, only one player back at midfield. And that player being Danielson Solis Munoz. So Krajisnik bringing the ball up, playing out wide. Bakir playing the ball out. We have Kyle Jenrick playing the ball out. The Paz Leonardo. My apologies to the Paz. Somebody new on the field. There are a number of players that are still involved in a tournament. I believe it's down in Cary, North Carolina. So Krajisnik not pulling. They're missing the biggest name, Gordy Gerson. Gordy is not here this evening, so some opportunities for some other players to be on the field, be on the bench as substitutes and alternates. So good opportunity for the other players for this group to get on the field and participate. Long ball by the goalkeeper for Syracuse, Jordan Ott. And Krajisnik again controlling the ball. There's the Paz playing the ball back, cutting across. So Krajisnik trying to control the tempo here early. Corey Zanamo, number 9 for Syracuse FC. Manning the middle of the field there for Syracuse, and then also playing high striker, number 11, Tajay Ellis, running striker position, pressing up. You also have number 30 of Sirixi Lindsay. He's also playing in tandem with that striker as Syracuse applies a little bit of pressure. Quick carry out. Here comes Ricky Orozco up through the middle across the Herkimer Generals logo at the center pitch. We'll see Krajisnik is currently pressing that line, but Syracuse basically making 2 lines across to keep through balls from being passed through and opportunities for shots on goal to be minimized. So we'll see whether or not that continues to take place, because right now Krajisnik is able to control everything from the back, but they're not able to get the ball through for shooting opportunities on Senor Alt over in the goal. Krajisnik coming down deep, looking for that cross. Good defense by Syracuse, comes back into the middle of the box. We have a shot on goal that gets deflected. Another follow-up shot by Ricky Orozco. Great play right there for the rebound. Ott with the save in the pipes for Syracuse. Jordan Ott trying to decipher where he's going to go. The referee is telling him to quit taking his sweet time and let's go. Time to play some ball, my friends. And Syracuse breaks through. Striker up top. Great defensive trap. The Paz taking care of business. Ball goes back to Andrew Taylor, goalkeeper for Krajisnik Football Club. Ball brought up on the far side for Krajisnik. Victor Stashik out on the outside. Drops the ball off. Now it comes back into the middle. Great cross ball coming from near side. Zach Gleesman from near side taking that ball, taking care of that. Dennis Mostriansky playing in the middle with Ricky Orozco. Ball gets dumped, brought back in. Long shot. Just dialing in that GPS and that targeting system at this point in time. Krajisnik with a couple of shots on goal. Nothing netted so far, and we are still 0-0 as we hit the 5-minute mark of the opening half of this match between Syracuse FC and United League Krajisnik Football Club. Part of the throughway rivalry between Syracuse and Utica. Pretty close together. Ball looked like it came out late, call by the referee, but it is a Krajisnik throw-in. So Syracuse only 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're going in the Syracuse market, 45 minutes to an hour. So they're close enough, much like a lot of other rivalries in professional sports, some closer than others. But still a rivalry nonetheless. A lot of people that live in Utica work in Syracuse. A lot of people that live in Syracuse travel to Utica for work, and everything that both markets have to offer in between Turning Stone and Vernon Downs and theaters and on center and all kinds of things. Krajisnik down in the box, playing around with the ball, trying to get something generated. Syracuse swarming every Krajisnik Football Club player. Krajisnik controlling the ball. Ball rebounded back to Topaz. Ball deflected once again, headed up by Syracuse, headed again. Krajisnik now has control, back to Topaz. Topaz down to Zach Gleesman. Gleesman clearing the field, switching it. And Ricky back to Victor. And now Syracuse breaks out of the back with a chip. Nobody really there. And Bakir takes control. Ball comes back up. Ricky Orozco at mid-pitch. Kind of the neutral zone. Now they bring the ball into the attacking third. Here comes Ricky Orozco. Cuts across to Kyle Gendrick. Back to Victor. Krajisnik working hard, trying to generate some offense here early. Ricky Orozco, another shot. Rainbow shot. Jonathan Ott catches the ball and then falls on it. Protecting that ball. Looks like Jorge Lozada up top having a good chuckle with Jonathan Ott. Some of these players are actually friends off of the pitch, but when you get onto the field, ladies and gentlemen, the friendship goes out the window for the next 90 minutes. Then afterwards, I bet you they all get together, have a couple of beers, and brag and talk smack. Trip down in the bottom of the box. Nothing called. Players over on the Syracuse bench and coaches over on the Syracuse bench wondering why there wasn't a trip foul. But nothing called. Tarek giving instructions to his Krajisnik crew. A beautiful evening this tonight. We were in the 70s all day long. Krajisnik fully represented at multiple levels at the, I believe it was the 20th annual North Star Cup down in Auburn, New York today and yesterday. North Star Cup was completely sold out for each of the days of competition down in Auburn. So beautiful, beautiful weekend for some really, really heavy competition. Long, long arcing throw in. Andrew Taylor, very simple catch. Rolls the ball out to Victor. Victor bringing it up on the outside line. So a catch and release by Andrew Taylor. We'll see how Krajisnik can attack. Syracuse dumping everybody but their striker. Ball comes across. Still under control. Takes a shot on goal, but not a lot of, no air, not a lot of mustard. Almost like a mishit for Zach Gleesman. We know he has a lot of power, and we know that Zach can really rifle a shot. Jonathan Ott dangerously on that line. Plant foot was halfway out. So if both feet are out, then that's a penalty. So we'll see if he makes an adjustment as to where he is within the box. Jonathan Ott sporting purple jersey. Ball comes into the middle. Jorge Lozada played it back. Now Gleesman. The Paz. Munoz. Back across, switching the field. Now we're going to have a wrap run potentially with Bakir on the outside. Bakir drives the ball, brings it back. Krajisnik playing hard, trying to maneuver the ball. Pressure by Corey Zanamo for Syracuse. Just missing the opportunity for Zach Gleesman, who came out of the side, near side sideline, cut into the middle. Zach came close. As Jonathan retrieves the soccer ball, brings it back into the box. So we are just underway here, 11 and a half minutes into this match, and so far everybody's still trying to feel each other out, but they are they're playing a clean game. A little bit of gibberish going on, a little bit of chit chat going on between everybody, poking at each other, but nothing serious going on yet. As now Syracuse comes in, but Krajisnik right there with some good defense, controlling. Syracuse throwing. So Mikhail Sokolov with the throw-in. Long throw-in by Sokolov, but cut off by Gleason. Corey Zanamo with the attempt to control. Great play. Photographer down on the field taking pictures. I believe he is contracted by Syracuse FC. Potentially, he might want to step a little further away from that sideline. He's a little close. Kyle Genrich had to go around him. Here comes Ricky Orozco. Clears the ball over onto the far side. Riley Uri coming through. Finally has a little room to work. Tackled and does the belly slide on the field. Far side. Comes back. Dennis is trying to get the ball through, utilizing Ricky Orozco. Now back to Kyle Gendrick. Riley Uri. Oh, great ball for Gleesman. had to hesitate to make sure that he was onside, and it cost him the opportunity to be on the ball. Syracuse right now filling the middle, but the minute that Krajisnik has the ball, Yaro's team is coming back and playing secure defense. Syracuse on it right now with their striker. Syracuse throw. So Sirixi takes the throw in. Challenged by Krajisnik. Krajisnik ball. And Ricky Orozco coming out with speed. Coming up to the midfield. Riley Early with a lot of speed on the outside line. Cutting through. Will he have an opportunity for a cross? Plays the ball back to Victor Stashik. Shot on goal. Gleesman, looks like Gleesman took the worst of that one. Didn't get through to the goaltender, Jonathan Ott. Gleesman trying to cut across on the outside, right into the box now. What do we have? Syracuse clearing the ball out. This Syracuse team, real young group of players. Syracuse FC was out in Erie, PA. I was talking with Corey Zanamo earlier today, longtime buddy of mine and the Zanamo family. And Corey was saying that the team was in Erie, PA until very, very early this morning when they got back. So both teams are going to be showcasing some players that we typically don't get to see. A little bit of fresh blood as Corey gets a foul called against him for a push from behind, trying to gain possession and gain positioning. Ricky Orozco setting up, free kick. Ricky calls the play. Timing play, here's Riley Early. Riley generating a corner off of that shot. Went right off of Jonathan. Jonathan swapped it away. Now bounds. Looks like Dennis is going to take the corner kick here. Defensive play by Corey Zanamo, knocking that ball out of bounds before Jonathan was able to get there. So Krajisnik will do the corner once again. We'll see how many times they do the same process before they go ahead and switch it up and throw something different at this Syracuse FC group. Ball comes in. Another header coming out will be a Krajisnik throw-in. Throw in by Krajisnik. Corey Zanamo clears the ball out of the defensive zone, trying to hit his striker. He is there. Looked like the ball went out, and indeed it did. Great defense and pressure by Danielson Solis Munoz. Krajisnik with the throw in quickly. Clears it back to their center back defender. Playing two in the back right now. At any given time, three in the middle, sometimes four in the middle, coming up to four across in the top. As Krajisnik continues to be able to move the ball. Very little pressure right now by Syracuse. Syracuse having a rough season so far. Shot on goal goes a little airborne there, but Syracuse is having a little bit of a rough season so far. Taking a while for them to find their rhythm and find their way. which in previous seasons really has not been the case, but just because you have success in the past doesn't mean that it's guaranteed every time. Right now, Syracuse is in 5th position within the division after 6 games, 1 victory, and 5 losses, no draws. So even Syracuse FC, if they want to be part of the conversation, they need to figure something out quick before Syracuse just is another scheduled game on the roster with no threat for being part of the conversation for division title, championship, anything along those lines. So as we move forward, Sokolov with the throw-in, Krajisnik with the defense, but nobody stepping to the ball. We have a foul deep. Tajay Ellis. It was dumped down in the bottom of the attacking third of the field for Syracuse FC. So Tajay continues to be there, along with Alan Katic. Krajisnik sets up goal side protection. Andrew Taylor there on the balls of his feet, ready to go, and offsides called. We're waiting for Syracuse. Here comes Sokolov. So the near referee called a throw-in for Syracuse. The far side referee called offsides. Ball comes in off of throw-in. Here comes Krajisnik. Ball goes right over into Corey Zanamo's foot. Krajisnik coming through. See if he can. Missed opportunity to hit the runner. Gleesman was running on the near side. He was getting past Syracuse. Unfortunately, Krajisnik was not able to make that turn and hit that connection, or else it would have been a breakaway. Now the ball comes across with Riley, gets over to Gleesman. Gleesman is onside. Battling within the 18. Crossover. And Jonathan Hahn has to make a play within the 8. Telling Syracuse to go long. So Krajisnik now starting to warm up, get things moving, get things going a little bit here. Victor Stasek on the outside, controlling things, filtering back into the middle. So Krajisnik again controlling that middle. That was one of the pitch points for tonight. How do you control the middle? Well, here's how you control it. Get it right into the box. Oh, and he's taken down in the box. As we watch the replay coming in, ball is controlled. Tackle in the box taken right down. Ricky Orozco down there. And it is now a penalty kick opportunity for Krajisnik Football Club to potentially take an early 1-0 lead as we hit the 22nd minute mark of this opening half here at Wareham Stadium. Riley Arroyo getting ready to take the PK. Syracuse setting up right outside the 18 to make sure that if there is a rebound that they can come in and play D, clear the ball out, trying to help protect their goaltender. But right now it is mano y mano. Riley is ready to go. Jonathan Ott bouncing around, trying to make themselves big. Here comes the shot. And we have a score. Riley Ori puts that penalty kick right in the back of the net. Jonathan Ott could not stop that fire. And at the 23-minute mark, we have a 1-0 lead for United League Krajisnik Football Club. You can see he went low and wide and just got it under Jonathan Ott's mitts. Riley gives United League Krajisnik Football Club the early 1-0 lead. Now we'll see whether or not they continue to attack or if they try to just control the pace here. Middle of the field, costly tackle in the box for Syracuse, for Ricky Orozco. Ball coming across. Here comes Riley again. He's got Victor Stashik in front of him. Ball comes across. Switches the field to Tapa. Tapa back. Dennis Moshriansky getting the ball through to Victor Stashik. Here comes Ricky Orozco again. Riley early. They are very, very close to each other. There's not a lot of space there. Riley early now trying to generate space. Krajisnik just crossing the ball back and forth, almost like a rondo going on with nobody in the middle. Now they advance the ball. Coming up, the pie. He's got to make a decision quickly. Munoz controls. Andrew Taylor directing traffic a little bit back by the box. He is outside the box because there's no pressure, and Krajisnik has possession. Long ball comes over to Zach Gleason. Gleason back. Still there. Corey Zanamo is applying pressure. Tackle successfully by Lindsay for Syracuse FC, but Gleason has an opportunity to take a throw in. He's actually probably going to give it back to Depay, so that way Gleason can go into open space and be an option for Depay, which he is. Takes it off the chest, filters it in. Now Krajisnik looking for another opportunity. Here comes Gleason. Great pass into the middle. Goes out wide. Ricky Orozco, shot on goal. Oh, great save by Jonathan Ott. Ball is still alive. Here comes Gleason playing hard. And Gleason called with a trip. Actually, that's Victor Stashik that was called for the foul. Gleason playing hard down in the box. So things are starting to heat up here at Wareham Stadium at HCCC campus. Krajisnik has a 1-0 lead at the 26-minute mark. So far playing a great game this evening, really controlling the pace, controlling the field. Ricky Orozco flying into 2 Syracuse players. Zanamo and Kadek controlling the middle of the field. Here comes Syracuse. Number 7, Landine Tarantino. Here comes Riley early for Krajisnik Football Club. Tarantino placing pressure, playing man-to-man, one-on-one. Corey comes up to take one on. Krajisnik just systematically finding his places, and we have a shot. Just a little high. Dennis Mostriansky taking the shot. That's one soccer ball that everybody will have to go and grab during halftime. Syracuse not really able to generate any pressure right now on Krajisnik. Krajisnik has been pretty easy-going evening for them so far on that back 3 defensive line. Long ball comes in. Fielded by Lindsay. And they're battling. Ref calls a foul. Syracuse ball, and Jonathan Ott trots out. This is pretty far for a goaltender to do this, but he's coming out. And this enables Syracuse to push additional players up. They're going to keep the triangle defensive formation of 3 defenders just in case. Jonathan Ott getting ready to go here. Long ball skips on the turf here in Herkimer. Ball comes right back out. Ricky Orozco in the middle. Fancy footwork out there. Ricky B cooking. Here we go. Here we go. Krajisnik coming down. Jorge Lozada trying to generate an opportunity. Crushes the ball against Syracuse player. Throw in. Goes right to Gleesman. Over to Kyler Uri. Over to Victor Stasek. Riley Early is playing wide. Stasek comes in. Stolen by Syracuse FC. Look at the speed from Ricky Orozco coming back and playing D. Riley Early controlling the ball. That's a great visual lesson for all our youth players. Become a defender when the ball gets taken away. Go grab that ball again. You saw Ricky Orozco come flying out of the middle of nowhere. Cleats on fire, ripping through the turf. Got back, applied pressure. Syracuse had to make a play before they were ready. Now we have Krajisnik throw in. Another throw in by Tapa. Cuts over to Kyle. Back over to Dennis. Now going wide. Up to Ricky Orozco. Mr. Quick Feet himself. Working hard out there tonight, like any other night that ends with the letter Y. He comes hungry every single game. Did so all winter long. Resulted in a lot of awards for M2. Riley Early with receiving the switch from far side from Gleesman. Dumping the ball in. Here comes Victor Stasek. Great pass off. Score. We have a 2-0 lead for United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. Kyle Genrich gets the deuce on the board for Krajisnik. So as we have the replay coming through, Victor Stasek right over to Kyle Genrich. Kyle Genrich goes out. There was no way that Jonathan Ott was able to go ahead and make that play. And at the 31-minute mark, we have a 2-0 lead for United Elite Krajisnik Football Club. Krajisnik taking control of this game, which is exactly what they needed to do coming out.
Scored by number 12, Kyle Genrich.
Kyle handling his business. Again, we watched this. Victor Stasek looking for that through ball. He could have taken the shot. That probably would have been blocked by Syracuse, but then he finds number 12, Kyle Genrich. Kyle is deep in the box. He was onside, and it was a very simple tap in. As we watch Syracuse, they had a little team meeting. The long-term or long-time veteran in Corey Zanamo, number 9 for Syracuse FC. Corey giving some instructions to the younger players, trying to help them out. We'll see what kind of adjustments Syracuse now does. Long ball coming in. Victor Stasek right there to play D. Syracuse looking. This is the first time Syracuse has been able to put anything together in the offensive end. Krajisnik swats it away. Great ball movement. Riley Early, quick turn. Very similar to what you would see from Ricky Orozco or last year in M1 and M2, Isak Somal. And now here we come, Riley Early playing and working hard on that sideline. Krajisnik offensive lines come up. Victor Stasek right there loses the ball, but it goes right over to Dennis Mostriansky. He has control. Riley Early coming through. Stasek. Krajisnik just controlling the ball wide. Uri, who had Krajisnik's first tally this evening on penalty kick. Krajisnik just feeding the ball from one side of the field to the other. Now Riley Early cutting across. Here comes Ricky Orozco giving a lot of pressure. Krajisnik giving Syracuse some fits right now. Syracuse's woes continue right now as we hit the coming close to the 34th minute of this opening half. 2-0 lead for Krajisnik. Gleesman on the line, passes the ball back. Then Nielsen feeds to the center back. And Bakir over to Stasic. Oh, great defensive play. Keeping the pressure, keeping control. Very nice. Krajisnik just systematically moving the ball, playing feet, no real pressure. We have a cross and a flip. Krajisnik in, Jonathan Ott makes the play. Creative play by the boys in blue. Ricky Orozco coming up and pressuring a little bit, but Jonathan isn't going to wait too long. Here comes Gleesman. Gleesman playing D, gets in the way. Did not touch the ball, so Krajisnik gets a throw in. Depa getting ready to throw in. Cal Genrick, and then Lozada. Lozada retrieving the ball. Krajisnik really controlling the pace here. Nobody's really rushing. Munoz clears the ball out. Really cleared the ball out. I think that cleared the stadium seating here. Just to the right of our press box up here. So Mikhail Sokolov goes to try and retrieve the soccer ball. Hey, got a little fan going and helping out the big guys. Always great to see the young youth here watching these pro players. You never know where your soccer career is going to go, and if the opportunity to watch UPSL soccer brings you to a soccer career playing pro game, well, then that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So Syracuse FC down 2-0, getting ready for a corner kick. Krajisnik and Syracuse setting up within the box. Syracuse playing that triangle defense up at the top. Ball comes in, never made it anywhere near a Syracuse player. Riley Uri coming out. Oh, and Uri taken down from behind. Free kick for Krajisnik. Let's see who takes it. Riley. Resetting shin guards and socks and getting all those black little nubbies off of them. Ball comes out. Stasic to Uri to Ostryansky. Ball coming up to Kyle Genrick. Kyle Genrick just nonchalantly bringing it up. They paw. Mike Gleesman. Oh, ball coming across. Here comes Victor. Ooh, little fancy footwork there. Riley Uri coming in. Little speed. Ricky Orozco puts one off of a Syracuse player. That will definitely be a Krajisnik throw in. Krajisnik keeping the pressure up here as we hit the 38-minute mark of our first half. Krajisnik with a shot. Not a lot of mustard on that sandwich, but Jorge Lozada still putting the ball on the goal. Little mishit. That's quite uncharacteristic of Jonathan Ott. Syracuse goaltender puts one at midfield out of bounds, landing just under Old Glory. Depa to Gleesman. Well, Gleesman being played hard. So we have a breakaway. Lindsay going down into the bottom. Munoz right there with him. The two of them wrestling. Who's going to come out on top? 3 Krajisnik players. And now we have a corner opportunity for Syracuse. Oh, nope. Foul on Krajisnik. Free kick for Syracuse. But they're going to treat it as if it is a corner, just a little bit closer. Halfway power. Good thing Krajisnik was standing right there for the deflection. That would have been trouble. That would have probably been a goal. Instead, we have great defense. Sokolov, ball into the box. No Syracuse player near him. Ball cleared up. Riley early. Riley controlling right through the middle. Not playing wide like he typically does, but I'm sure he'll break out. The three players for Krajisnik coming up through the middle like the starting rotation of the Indy 500. Here comes Gleesman. Gleesman coming into the middle. Great ball out to DePaz. It's cross coming in. Flying save by Jonathan. Ball out off of Syracuse FC. Corey Zanamo knocking that ball out of bounds. Now we have Gleesman's throw in. DePaz. Gleesman comes in behind DePaz. Earlier, all of the throw-ins, he was in front. Now the ball cuts across. Bakir to Uri. Uri to Stashik. Stashik gets collapsed on. Little chippy. Here comes Stashik. Punched out by Ott. Gleesman right there. Here comes DePaz again. Krajisnik keeping the ball close. Resets back to midfield. Comes across to Bakir. Bakir brings the ball up. Nice cross play in. Only problem is Lindsay was right there for Syracuse. Made a good play. DePaz right on it. 2 Syracuse players come in to pressure Kyle Genrich. DePaz with the ball again, flipping the field and switching the field. Krajisnik really having their way right now with everything happening on the field. They're in full control right now. Krajisnik still controlling. Really, Tajay Ellis hasn't really been able to do anything for Syracuse. Here comes Stashik with a little chip for Gleesman, but Gleesman wasn't able to get there. Apologizes to Stashik as he comes in. Gleesman was able to tuck himself behind the defense for Syracuse. He was onside, but he was able to tuck himself in there once the ball was airborne, stay onside, but he wasn't able to get that ball. So Krajisnik resets. Tajay Ellis all the way up at the top. 2 Krajisnik players. Gleesman goes flying. Ricky Roscoe applying pressure. Jorge Lozada all the way back, pressuring the goaltender, Jonathan Ott. Here comes Ricky Roscoe going out wide, taking players on one-on-one. Long ball. Back to Andrew Taylor. And he's just going to pick that up and hold on to it for a second. Go out to Uri since nobody's on him. Krajisnik playing really good soccer here tonight. 2-0 lead at the 43-minute mark. Here comes DePaz. DePaz coming up through. No pressure whatsoever from Syracuse. Syracuse, the minute Krajisnik comes in, they've got 4 defenders on the front line, 5 defenders on the back line, and somehow Krajisnik still gets the ball through. Here comes Uri. Uri looking to reset. He switches the ball straight across. Gleesman is not there. There was no Krajisnik player there. Gleesman now playing back. Taking the switch. Now back to Uri. Roscoe. Krajisnik now moving. Oh, a lot of pressure there. Here comes Uri as the ball squirts out. Here comes Roscoe again. Back to Roscoe. Off of Genrick. Genrick has the ball now. Lots of hands. Oh, and he's taken. Oh, Kyle Genrick is taken down in the box. And guess what? We got another penalty kick. And a yellow has been issued. As we look at the replay, a lot of hand fighting and hand battling, and number 18 comes in for Syracuse. Aiden Day takes down Kyle Genrick, and Kyle Genrick is up. He's moving around, trying to shake that off. A yellow has been issued, either for Aiden or for Jonathan Ott, one or the other. And now we are getting ready for a penalty kick. Jonathan Ott is still barking over at the referee, pointing fingers and things. Don't know if he's directing. Actually, he's arguing with both of the referees now. Side judge came over and told him to calm down. Still having a conversation. Clearly not happy with the call. And here we are, penalty kick number 2. Shot and save. Shot by Jorge Lozada. Jonathan Ott ate it up. As we hit the 46-minute mark, PK number 2 was not fruitful for Krajisnik. Ott made a great save. Don't know if it's exactly what Lozada wanted to do, but it doesn't really matter. The play is over. We are moving forward at the 46-minute mark. We are in bonus time, and here comes Uri flying through, takes down. Oh, we've got 2 players flying. And it is a free kick for Syracuse. Tariq telling everybody on Krajisnik front line, especially Jorge Lozada, the play is over. The penalty kick is done. Don't let it get into your head. Let's go play some ball, boys. Next play mentality. The moment is over. Live for the next one. Long ball by Ott. Played back. We had a handball for Syracuse. Ball coming back up for Krajisnik off of the quick reenactment. And we are officially at halftime. Syracuse player down on pitch right now being seen. Looks like the ref is trying to get the trainer out. Kyle Genrick telling the trainer for this evening, Sarah, go out, take a look at the player. So Sarah going out, taking a walk, seeing what's going on. So number 16, Connor Bell. Actually, that's Aiden Day. Aiden Day in the middle of the field, limping off. Goaltender for Syracuse checking on his boy. And as we come into halftime, so yes, we have a 10-minute halftime break here. But Krajisnik Football Club with a commanding 2-0 lead, not commanding not so much by what is on the scoreboard, but rather by by the way that they have been playing, controlling the field, controlling the middle, playing some great soccer, shots on goal, switching the field, all of those different things. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we will be back after these messages to Wareham Stadium, where United League Krajisnik Football Club hosts a 2-0 lead over Syracuse FC. Greg Fanning for Krajisnik Football Club Broadcasting Network on YouTube. We'll be right back.
Real estate sales and purchases are the most important transactions of your life. Making it essential you hire the right real estate agent. I'm Greg Fanning with the Property Pros team at eXp Realty. Over the last 4 years, I have amassed a network of industry leaders to help before, during, and after your deal closes, resulting in a 5-star rating, leaving you with happy memories. Whether it's residential or commercial, relocation or investments, I'm the only realtor you'll ever need. Real estate sales and purchases are the most important transactions of your life. Making it essential you hire the right real estate agent. I'm Greg Fanning with the Property Pros team at eXp Realty. Over the last 4 years, I have amassed a network of industry leaders to help before, during, and after your deal closes, resulting in a 5-star rating, leaving you with happy memories. Whether it's residential or commercial, relocation or investments, I'm the only realtor you'll ever need.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back as we come to the end of our halftime festivities here in Parkway. Wareham Stadium, where United League Krajisnik Football Club has a 2-0 lead over visiting Syracuse FC, part of the throughway rivalry series, if you will. Battle of bragging rights and supremacy between Syracuse and Utica, spread apart only by 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're going and how fast you press down on that pedal on the throughway. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Greg Fanning with Krajisnik Football Club YouTube network broadcasting, having a great evening tonight. Beautiful weather. It was such a great weekend. You know, North Star Cup out in Auburn. Congratulations to all of the many teams from Krajisnik Football Club on the youth side, UPSL Academy level. Just going out there and winning medals and winning championships and coming in second place and winning by PKs and all kinds of different things going on out there over the process of the last couple of days. Wonderful weather, wonderful event. Congratulations to all of them. Krajisnik coming up with a couple of goals here in the first half. This was the first one by Riley Uri. Penalty kick in the box on a tackle, and Riley just buried that one right under Jonathan Ott. Apparently Syracuse didn't learn much from it, because then they had another trip, another foul in the box, right in the same spot. Here comes Victor Stashik. Oh, and there's the second goal. So the second goal, that one was an easier play by Victor Stashik, getting the ball into Kyle Genrich. That put up Krajisnik by 2-0. And then Syracuse wanted to go ahead and try penalty kick deflection and defense again. Another trip in the box. This time, Jorge Lozada was tapped on the shoulder to take the shot, put the ball on the ground. However, this time they were not fruitful. Jorge's shot was stopped. So Krajisnik still, yes, it's 2-0, but they dominated the entire first half, the entire first 46 minutes of the match against Syracuse FC. Not much Syracuse could do. Krajisnik controlling the ball in every aspect of the game. So, we'll see what adjustments, if any, Tarek makes. Several different players holding on to pennies right now out on the field, passing the ball around, staying loose, staying warm. We'll see what kind of substitutions Tarek makes. But, there's also the thought process that, if the recipe is working, don't change the ingredients to the soup. They are playing wonderful soccer tonight. They are focused. And this very well could be exactly what Krajisnik needed in their 7th game of the season, since they are one game less than the division-leading Almira FC. So still some work to do in this young season. Now, as for events coming up that Krajisnik Football Club is going to be involved with on the youth side, Livy Strong Soccer Fest, 4th annual Livy Strong Soccer Fest, coming up June 28 and 29, both for AYSO programs as well as club programs, travel club programs. 7v7, boys and girls. Get your registrations in. This is a wonderful organization. This is a great charity. And this is something that is near and dear to the Krajisnik family of teams, players, parents, and board members. Also, Krajisnik is going to be adding on. We are adding on to our tournaments that we host throughout the process of the year. During the wintertime, we have the Champions Cup over at Elevate CNY in Kirkland. Well, this year we are adding on. So, ladies and gentlemen, sign up now and sign up quickly. August 2nd and 3rd, we will be playing here at HCCC. And if you play 11v11, you just might be able to play a game right on this professional turf here at Wareham Stadium. So both events coming up for Krajisnik on the youth side of things. Other games coming up for the UPSL brand for both men and women. The women are in action this evening as well and working hard in their divisions too. So here's the updated schedule. June 11th, big showdown with the New York Shockers at Afram Sports Park out in Albany. Krajisnik really needs to come back and win that game and kind of inflict revenge against the Shockers when they came into Herkimer and beat them. Lima FC is the next one up after that, and we will finish out. We're going to have 2 home games here at Wareham Stadium as the season continues. So Lima FC will come into town, and we will see whether or not they are a first-place team, a tied for first-place team, a second-place team. We really don't know at this point. A lot of soccer left to play, but some great opportunities to come out to Wareham Stadium, support this team, as well as we'll try and I'm going to try and nod to my producer over here and see if we can throw up the ladies' schedule at some point in the second half here. Tickets $10 at the door. If you're a club or AYSO player and you wear your jersey, come on over, because guess what? You're free for mom and dad. And everybody's talking about going to the movies and all that stuff. I'd rather put like $30 back in my pocket, come out $10 per person, and watch some awesome soccer instead of what they think are good movies these days. Riley Early off of the beginning kickoff, going out wide to Ricky Orozco. Uri back in. Referee calling a free kick for Syracuse. Jonathan Ott taking the free kick. And apparently Jonathan was a little too quick. Referee wants him to do it again. As we get underway here, we'll see what kind of adjustments Syracuse makes. Right now they got 3 high. Here we go. God, I love my producers. So here we go. The next home game for your UPSL women's division is going to be June 20th against the Albany Alley Cats. And I believe that there is something special planned for that evening by Krajisnik Football Club. I'll have to get in touch with Anel Pajatovic and confirm that information. But either way, $10 a person. Come on out. Maybe we'll have beautiful weather like we have tonight. That would be nice. So Krajisnik continuing to own the middle of the field. Syracuse with that same dual line, 4 up front, 5 out back type defensive line, 2 lines. Krajisnik figured out how to attack that line pretty quickly. They made their adjustments through ball coming through. Jorge Lozada right on the bottom. Fighting for that ball, goes out of bounds. And we have a corner kick. Krajisnik already going right back to business. They're not messing around. Gleesman over in the corner, ready to take that corner kick and sail one into the box. Ricky Roscoe playing up at the top along with Kyle. Oh, we got a header! We got a 3-0 lead. Krajisnik commanding control. Bakir Omarsevic gets congratulations in the bottom corner, and 2.5 minutes into this second half, ball comes through. Bakir takes the header and puts Krajisnik up 3-0. What a great arcing strike by Gleesman, who gets the assist. Beautiful play. So Bakir Omarsevic gets the goal. And Zach Gleesman gets the assist.
Scored by number 15, Bakir Omishevic. Assisted by Zach Gleason.
So that corner kick reaps results. Ricky Orozco hopping over that ball. Mr. Agility over there. I tell you, ever want to see some really cool soccer drills and soccer workouts and things? Follow Ricky Orozco on Instagram. He's got some wild stuff that he does. Really, really good for youth. Oh, we got another one! Krajisnik just completely putting the foot on the gas. 4-0 with 4 minutes into the second half. Ball came right across, slide tackle attempt. Jonathan Ott was out of position. Jorge Lozada with the goal. And we have 4-0 Krajisnik Football Club, and they are pouring it on, ladies and gentlemen.
Scored by number 9, Jorge Lozada.
Jorge Lozada applying more pressure to Jonathan. Jonathan Ott bringing that ball out. Jonathan was completely out of position. He had no chance of saving that. That was just a rocket off of Lozada, and you got to think that Jorge Lozada, we got a breakaway. We got a breakaway for Yuri. Saved by Jonathan Ott. You got to think that Jorge Lozada was trying to make up for missing that PK. Ricky Orozco with the steal. Ball coming across. Kyle Genrick getting that ball in there. Gleesman with the shot. Score! Zach Gleesman keeping the music rocking here at Wareham Stadium with a 5th goal on the board. Ball coming right through. Lozada with the assist. Gleeson firing and blasting that ball right through. Jonathan Ott shaking his fists in frustration. And within the last minute and a half, Krajisnik has blasted Blasted three in the back of the net. Zada with the assist. Gleesman with the goal. Krajisnik really taking control. They are in the driver's seat.
Scored by number 14, Zach Gleesman. Assisted by Jorge Lozada.
So the stats are racking up right now for Krajisnik. Ball coming back. So Bakir sending the ball over. Depa. Krajisnik playing wide. Really taking their time. Jorge Lozada up on top. Across to Ricky Orozco. Back and forth, then back and forth. Kyle Kendrick. Ball coming in. Nothing really on that. And here comes Ott. Sends one into the night sky here in Herkimer. Ball coming down on defense. And Krajisnik did make a substitution. Adeline Buljabasic is out playing some defense tonight. Looks like that was, it appears that that was the only substitution and change that head coach Tariq made for Krajisnik Football Club to start off the second half. We'll see if he makes any more. Great ball coming across. Adeline not able to get to there. He's playing high a little bit. Gleason comes back, takes control. No reason for anybody to really sweat here right now with a 5-0 commanding lead. Syracuse never really involved so far. Kyle Genrick. Back to Adeline, back to Genrick. Genrick assessing, scanning. No pressure by Syracuse right now. Syracuse, I think, is just with that onslaught. Couple of minutes and boom, 3 goals in the back of the net, a header, and 2 awesome shots. Ott also made that save against Yuri, who has the ball right now on that breakaway. Imagine if Yuri would have scored on that play as well. Syracuse right now trying to, a couple of their veterans trying to generate some ball movement, but Krajisnik just stealing the ball, keeping it. Here comes Uri. Uri cutting across, loses control of the ball with Zanamo. Zanamo fighting hard. And for some reason, even though Syracuse had possession and advantage, there's a free kick that the referee called. So Jonathan Anna is going to come out, and he's going to probably provide a bomb of a kick. Right now, pressuring that back line of defense, the 4 players for Krajisnik. Syracuse has Tajay, their striker. Ball comes in. Nathaniel for Syracuse misses the header. Krajisnik right back onto the ball, brings the ball right up through the middle. No pressure whatsoever. Nobody stepping, nobody taking anybody on. Gleesman right there. Adeline ran right by him on a wrap. Didn't take advantage of it. Didn't really need to. Wasn't anything in the bottom corner for them to take advantage of. Here comes Uri. Uri playing wide. Drops the ball off for Dennis Mostriatsky. Here comes Ricky Orozco. Ricky passing back to Depa. Kyle. Stashik going wide. Ricky Orozco up. Yuri continuing to cross. Here comes Krajisnik again. Just controlling everything in the box. Really controlling this game from second one of minute one of the first half, and then coming out strong. Through ball for Syracuse, trying to cut through. Sokolov with a great ball coming up. Now there's a battle. Tajay, and there's a hand. Depa and Tajay. Hand ringing down. Ball coming across. Ball was out of bounds when that ball came into Taylor. Taylor has never been under any real pressure this evening. Krajisnik just completely taking control. Came out of the locker room with a mission. Put 3 in a very short period of time. Comes Lozada. Gleesman on there. Ricky Orozco just scanning in the middle there. Gleesman working. Here's Kyle Genrick. And ball coming through. Here comes Andrew Taylor. Yep. Makes a dive to stop the ball. And coming out, Dennis Mostriansky. Here comes Riley Uri. Riley Early bringing the ball up. Great through ball for Ricky Orozco. Ricky Orozco down in the bottom. Cross into the box. Nobody home for blue. And here comes Syracuse FC. Sokolov trying to get the ball through. Intercepted. Uri again. Ball is another through ball. Here comes Lozada. Lozada gets the ball poked away from him. He's right back on top of it. Ball comes back up. Here comes Uri. Looking for that cross. Ball comes through. Kyle Genrich. Ott airmails one. Here comes Tajay. Tajay does not get there. Krajisnik hammering Syracuse FC right out of the get-go at the beginning of this half. Asserting dominance. Krajisnik making a substitution. Kyle Genrick subbing out after a great game. Wonderful play. Gavin Barth coming in for him as a substitution. So Gavin comes into the festivities. And Kyle Genrick gets to enjoy the remainder of the game, do a little cool down, do a little stretching, enjoy the remainder of the game on the bench and support his team sitting next to his head coach. Kyle Genrick, Gavin Barth sub for Kyle Genrick. Subbing Kyle Genrick. Krajisnik continuing.
Gavin Barth subbed in for number 12, Kyle Genrick.
So Gavin Barth getting involved. Some fresh legs on the field. Ricky Orozco right there. Kier controlling the ball. Over to Gleesman. Over to Aldine. Aldine ripped down. No call. Now he's got the ball. Passing through. And Gavin Barth can't get there. Why not try to get the ball to the fresh legs that just came onto the field in that substitution? This team tonight flying high. Playing great ball. Working hard. Ball pass back to Andrew Taylor. Andrew pops it back out for Depa. Seasonal allergies being a pain right now. Oh, and we have a trip and a shove down of Jorge Lozada. He's holding the back of his head. He's back up, trying to rub it out of that mat of hair he's got. Now he's pressuring defensive line. No through ball yet. Ostriansky going out wide. Adeline. To Stashik. Krajisnik in full control here. Ricky Orozco cutting across. Riley Uri. Oh, we have another substitution coming in. Number 14, Zach Gleesman gets to take a break. Enjoy the rest of the evening, relax. Gustavo Nunez comes in, assumes the position up on the front line. So we welcome Gustavo Nunez off of the bench this evening. All behind Yuri.
Number 10,
No
Gustavo
pressure, no
Nunez
problem.
in for number 14, Zach Gleesman.
So Gleesman with a great evening. Lots of opportunities. Cross coming through. Great play by Syracuse. Syracuse trying to build out, throws a Krajisnik player to the ground. And an offsides call. So Gavin Barth is fighting for the ball. Knocked down. And by the time the ball was fed off, Tajay was offsides. So now we come back right back up. Ricky Orozco coming on the near side. Uri. Landon Tarantino trying to apply some pressure for Uri. Uri was not worried in the least. Uri's Namos continuing to play hard. Hammering against Gustavo Nunez. Run through the middle of the field. Now Syracuse coming down, long ball. Taylor coming out, takes control, just holds on to it. Rolls all the way out to Ricky Orozco. So this is how little of an amount of pressure Syracuse has put up tonight from the very beginning. Always running four across, 5 across, sometimes bringing somebody else back. Tarantino is all the way back. Now they got 6 back. And to be able to roll the ball from the 18 all the way out to the first yellow third just showcases how very little pressure Syracuse wanted to apply in a man-to-man position, in a man-to-man situation. Ricky Orozco with the quick turn. Hurry, looking for the switch. He's been switching that ball all night long. Here's Sokolov, and he pops it out. So as Krajisnik continues to switch the field and play hard, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our locally owned businesses who are sponsored to Krajisnik Football Club for the men's UPSL program, the women's UPSL program, our youth programs, and our youth teams. Cross coming into the ball, and we have Just a miss-hit, but an opportunity. Gustavo Nunez trying to head that ball, just didn't time it quite right. But again, to all of our participating sponsors for Krajisnik Football Club programming, for our not-for-profit organization putting together soccer opportunities for youth, semi-pro, college, everything. We thank you very much for your donations and your time in support of what we do. We always say we love what we do and we do what we love. Jonathan Ott going long. With that being said, if you are looking to sponsor our programs or move forward in seeing how you can get involved with our tournaments coming up, with the youth schedules, or if you're looking to take your soccer career to the next level and play for the top soccer travel club that is in this area, we are always open to discussions, and we are always open to players coming to see whether or not it is the right fit for them and their families. So check us out. Look for us on Facebook, Instagram, our website, and register. QR codes are available for all of our tournaments, and you can register right from those QR codes. Everybody get your stuff in for Livy Strong, and then you've got Battle at the Hill here at beautiful HCCC. 22 and a half minutes into this second half of fireworks. Jonathan not getting a little tired doing all these goal kicks. He's about to hammer another one. Fires down into the middle of the field, and standing right there is Gavin Barth. Ball rebounded down. Tarantino. I tell you, Tarantino playing really hard tonight. He does not have an easy job out there. Oh, great ball. Great control down deep. Back to Barth. Barth plays the ball out to Aldine. Aldine fires it into the box. Ricky Orozco there. And it's a goal kick. Ricky Orozco with the opportunity there to put a 6 spot up. So Krajisnik, even though they are up 5-0, they are not backing off. They are not backing down. They are playing to the last whistle, no doubt about it. And looking for more opportunities to score additional goals. You never know when that goal differential is going to pop up and be a factor into who is in what spot and what place in the standings. There's Barth using his head. Zanamo airmailing one in. Taylor's going to make a decision. Very easy play. Immediately rolls the ball out. Here comes Uri and Tarantino running on a mission. Don't know he's going to catch him. Uri sees the traffic in front of him, puts the ball right back into the middle, sitting on the foot of Vector Stashik. Stashik puts it back in, and that's going to roll out and be another goal kick. So remember, folks, more opportunities to see this UPSL men's team here at home before the end of the season, and also for the ladies, the evening with the Alley Cats coming into town. More news and updates on that game as well. Keep your eyes peeled to our social media accounts for information about that game. Get your tickets. Come out and support our teams. Ricky Orozco with the ball, and then Uri collecting off the pass. Gavin Barth. Uri. Krajisnik just moving the ball over the Barth. Now to Stashik. Stashik has had a great game tonight, feeding it. Crossing the field just like Uri. Here's another cross. This time Roscoe getting involved. Barth. Yep, Plays ball back to Depa. Depa played some great defense tonight. Wonderful throw-ins. Throw-ins creating opportunities at the very beginning of the game. Stasic passing the ball across. Mostriansky just always looking for that open player. Stasic right there. Nobody's forcing anything tonight. Krajisnik never had to force anything. Everything was just fluid. Another ball coming through. Great play by Syracuse on the D. Because Gustavo Nunez was right there. Now it comes back. Taylor with control. 26 and a half minutes into the second half. Ostriansky controlling the ball from the middle, from the center back position. Here comes Gavin Barth. Barth passes the ball out. Here's Aldine. Will he get there? No. Just a little too hard on this turf. Real quick play. Quick play. So Jonathan Ott taking his time. With the ball coming down. Syracuse with possession. Haven't said that too much this evening. Coming right up is Lindsay. Lindsay passes the ball off. Taylor covering that front pipe. Never got the shot off, never had control. Yeah, Syracuse fans in the stands cheering on their team, trying to get them some motivation to come after it. Comes Victor Stasic. He's got one heck of a leg. He can put one on goal from damn near anywhere. Just controlling. Sun's starting to go down. The lights are illuminating. Nice and bright in this beautiful evening. Nice and warm. No rain this weekend. Thank God I can say that for a change. There comes Depa coming out of the back. Krajisnik just controlling. Gavin Barth coming up through the middle, splitting all the Syracuse defenders. Syracuse having a conversation of, you want it? No, you take it. No, I'll take it. No, you take it. Finally, the ball comes out, but right onto Krajisnik's feet. So between Yuri, Orozco, and Mostriansky, and Gleesman when he was in the game, lots of crisscrossing and switching of the field, creating lots of opportunities. Syracuse at a certain point got jammed up and bunched, and that's when Krajisnik struck on a couple of those goals, especially the last one that came through. Here comes Uri, dangerous with explosive speed. Syracuse coming down. Gavin Barth with the slide tackle play. Ball out of bounds. Syracuse throwing. So Haddon Day taking the throw in. And for a team down by 5 goals, they certainly are not rushing anything. They're taking their sweet time. Headed right out of the goal and here out of the goal box. And here comes Ricky Orozco. Syracuse defense behind him, passes the ball off wide. Krajisnik kind of taps the brakes a little bit. Great through ball. Krajisnik, shot, goal. And we have a 6-pack in this goal-ridden game. 6-0. Krajisnik. Gustavo Nunez with the 6th goal scored this evening. Great ball by Gavin Barth. Went right through the defense again. Krajisnik comes up. Ott tries to come out, and Nunez just pops it right over him. Krajisnik has been moving that ball around the field all night long, finding those lanes of opportunity for through balls. Wasted no time. Again, Gavin Barth coming up through the middle, passing the ball, splitting 3 Syracuse players, and here comes Nunez popping it right in.
Scored by number 10, Gustavo Nunez. By number 7, Gavin Barth.
So Krajisnik has been patient all night long, and they're still finding open lanes and open opportunity. Ricky Orozco coming flying through. Ott has to make a play in the box, protect that goal, because Orozco was coming in like his cleats were on fire. Bakir dropping back. Andrew Taylor with him, just in case. An extra option. Here comes Gavin Barth, providing that last assist. Came off of the bench. Now he's got points to his name on the scorecard tonight. Another through ball opportunity. Zanamo gets in the way. Nunez right there. Here comes Uri coming down into the bottom. Pulls back, holds, delays. Ball on the end line, or the sideline. Now it's officially out. Fans for Syracuse trying to help the referees out. Syracuse throw in. Here comes Tarantino. Ball goes right out. Tarantino tried to generate something there. Throw in came right in. Boris switching the field. Depa passing the ball up to Aldine. Here comes Ricky Orozco. And here we go. Krajisnik right back in the offensive zone. Great through ball. Lots of speed on the outside there. Pulls the ball back. Looking for that cross into the box. Nunez there again. Gustavo Nunez wreaking havoc in the small world of Jonathan Ott. Jonathan has been frustrated all night long. Jonathan Ott with a long punt. Boris. Ball up to Barth. Stasic. Systematically moving the ball up. Ricky Orozco. Step back to Stasic. Syracuse has had such little possession of the ball tonight. Very few times has a Syracuse player been named this evening. We're looking at maybe one 1 or 2 shots on goal, official shots on goal by Syracuse. Here comes Uri. Great ball across, shot by Stasek, saved by Ott, just barely missing that post. Krajisnik with the corner. Ott directing traffic of his teammates. So Stasek, far corner, getting ready to go through. Ball in the air from the corner, coming across. Uri right there. Ball came out. So no beans on that one. Jonathan Ott, a familiar position tonight, putting the ball on the line and sending a goal kick. Looks like Yarrow is going to be making a substitution, calls the line judge over. We'll see who he puts in and who he takes out. So coming off the field, Syracuse Lindsay. You got one of the graphics for the women's soccer. They'll be here 6:30 kickoff at Herkimer Community College, June 20th against the Albany Alley Cat. So Ashton Herzog comes in to play the last roughly 9 minutes of this game, 10 minutes of this game, depending on how much bonus time we have. Because we came in after halftime, and Krajisnik just started firing howitzers right into the back of the net, and Jonathan Ott was seeing stars like he's on Looney Tunes. Krajisnik controlling the middle, so one of our pitch points was controlling the middle, and they definitely did that. Syracuse never had an answer. Here comes Uri. Uri still with the ball. Great through ball. Here comes Ricky Roscoe. Oh, what a save! What a save by Jonathan Ott. Ricky Roscoe flying through. Jonathan Ott with the deny, but we have another corner kick for Krajisnik. Roscoe's going to take it. Ball in the air, coming in low. Syracuse right there, bringing the ball out. Tajay Ellis trying to generate some speed, coming out wide. It's a foot race. Finally somebody to beat Uri. Not by much, though, and the ball's out of bounds, and they're calling a corner kick. So Sokolov right up against Andrew Taylor. Krajisnik trying to move Sokolov away. Now there's going to be a conversation. Please don't push. Now, play nice. Krajisnik trying to keep clean sheet here tonight with a commanding 6-0 lead. Ball comes in. Header by Syracuse goes backwards. There goes Nunez playing defense. Not only does he score goals, but he plays some great ball. There was a handball. You got a penalty kick right now for Syracuse FC. And Tarantino is going to take the penalty kick. As Nunez was making the play, comes out, gets hit. hit from behind, and his hand hits the ball, so you have a classic handball. Tarantino is lining up to take the shot. We'll see whether or not he can write another script for another great movie here. Shot. Goal. So Tarantino ruins the clean sheet for Krajisnik Football Club with the penalty kick score. Andrew Taylor thought he was going to go right side, bottom corner, and Tarantino flipped the script on him, put it in the opposite corner. So Tarantino puts Syracuse FC on the board, but still a commanding lead late in this game, 41-minute mark. And the youngster who's been hustling all night long gets the Syracuse FC on the board. Waiting for the ref at center to write a little bit quicker. Put his notes in, and here we go. So 42 minutes into the second half. Gustavo Nunez with the handball in the box. That generated the penalty kick. Here comes Boris. Goes over to Uri. Uri with control. That first touch popped up. It's the first time that anything over onto his foot has been out of control tonight. Real clean play. Unfortunate not to have that clean sheet, but nothing taken away from what this squad did tonight and accomplished tonight against Syracuse. Ball comes down into the offensive end. What will be Krajisnik's answer? Oh, ball coming flying in. Look at the speed. Gavin Barth chasing down that ball. Out of bounds. Throw in by Krajisnik. Uri with the ball right now. So apparently Yarrow asked for a substitution before that throw-in. They're giving it to him. They got another young pup over there. Number 47 coming off of the field in Alan Katek. So Alan getting subbed out. Here comes Syracuse FC substitute onto the field. Waiting to try and see. Waiting to see who came in. I don't see a number yet. They don't have the numbers on the shorts. So number 10, Callan Tarantino. So now you got the brothers on the field. So Syracuse puts the double feature out on the field for the end of the game. 44-44. Called it right on the dot there. 6-1 lead for Krajisnik Football Club. Corner kick coming up for Uri. As we hit the 45th minute mark, there's 4 minutes of bonus time coming up. Great save by Odd. He's holding on to the ball real hard. Now Yarrow is calling for another substitution. Here's that corner kick. Ott looked kind of weird kneeling down after he made that save. Looks like there might have been contact. Yep, there was definite contact between Ott's elbow and Stasik's head. Ott gets up, moving his arm around. Looks like he's okay. Corey Zanamo going out. getting subbed out at the very end of the game. Corey putting in a strong performance tonight like he has year after year after year playing this sport. So Jonathan Ott getting ready for another hit. More bonus time coming up here. Extra time on this beautiful game that Krajisnik has played from second one of minute one of half one. Ball coming through. The first Tarantino unable to get that pass. So Krajisnik continuing to move the ball right up through the middle. Gavin Barth trying to feed Nunez again. Krajisnik just taking their time, waiting for the last minutes to crank down. And that's it, folks. That is it. A commanding humping of Syracuse FC by Krajisnik Football Club. Your final score of 6-1. Krajisnik had a 2-0 lead at halftime. The second half was completely theirs. Second half dominance coming right out from halftime and just hammering home goal after goal after goal in a very, very short period of time. They showcased the power of this team, and even with some of their major stars being involved with the tournament down in Cary over the last week. Here we go with some highlights. There was the header. So that got everything started in the second half by Bakir. Then we had another shot by number 9 himself, Jorge Lozada. Slide tackle defense that did not work well. Here is Gavin Barth feeding the ball through. Nunez coming through, just whoop! Right over Ott, plopping that one in. At that point, it is 6-0. And then Nunez fighting for the ball in the box. Really can't blame him for anything. Ball pops up, hits his hand, and we have a penalty kick. Tarantino, right in his own movie script, putting the ball in the back corner. And it's a 6-1. There's your score, 6-1. Krajisnik just all over this one. Syracuse never had an answer, never had an opportunity. No chance. And Krajisnik showcasing that even with their stars being away, they can still handle business and get the job done. So congratulations to the boys in blue. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great evening here in Herkimer. Beautiful night. Everybody have a great week. Get online, scan those QR codes for Livy Strong Soccer Fest tournament, supporting that great charity. Also, scan that QR code to come up here to HCCC and play Battle at the Hill. And buy your tickets to come see this men's team compete a couple more times at home, as well as the home finale against the Alley Cats for our ladies program for UPSL. Been a great season for both of these teams. Here's the men's. Our next game at home, June 14th at 7 against Lima. And then Greater Binghamton FC comes to town on the 21st. Both games here local at home, 7 o'clock kickoffs. Pre-game festivities start about 6:45. $10 tickets at the door. Everybody come out. Great family evening. And the women will be playing against the Alley Cats. So great opportunities to come out here and watch these teams support your programs. Here's the ladies' schedule. June 20th, that's a 6:30 kickoff. Festivities starting about 6 o'clock. Keep an eye out on social media for updates and other information about these competitions here and these matches that are going to be here at Wareham Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, again, 6-1 commanding victory for Krajisnik Football Club over Syracuse FC. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for the people that came out to view in live and in color. For my producer, for my statistician and PA announcer, for the president of Krajisnik Football Club who just got back from North Star Cup, winning medals out there all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Greg Fanning for Krajisnik Football Club YouTube Broadcasting Network saying thank you very much and good night.